Hello everyone and welcome back to Gurun's classes. Today we'll be doing is combating deforestation. Now first of all, what is deforestation? Deforestation means cutting of the trees. Okay, is known as deforestation. And why do we deforest? You all know very well because population is increasing. For housing facilities, we deforest. Okay, for making the of roads, for making of railway lines. Okay, for timber, for forest products. Okay, for recreational activities, for so many because we all are dependent for making of agricultural fields, isn't it? For industrial purposes, yes or no? For factories. So for so many things, we are dependent upon forest, and for the livelihood, since population is increasing, okay, people are increasing forest, and because of that, the forest is being cut down, which is known as deforestation. Now, because of deforestation, as a result, we all are now facing the problems. Number one is global warming. Yes or no? Okay. Number two is there is change in the climate. Isn't it? The seasonal change is there. On proper time, we are not having proper rain. Or heavy rain could be there. Just now, we are having is sorry, I forgot. A cyclone which is hitting the western part of India. Yes or no? Okay, Mumbai and all. Fine. So that is all because of deforestation, and then which is unseen, isn't it? We may not be able to see the direct effect of deforestation, but definitely people we all are hit back. Okay, so because of that, since now we are realizing, okay, so that is why we need to combat deforestation. So that means we need to stop we need to stop deforestation. So what could be done to stop deforestation? One of the easiest methods, just the alternative is reforestation. Yes, and I have shown here is reforestation. Now, what is reforestation? There is a difference between afforestation and reforestation. Now, see, afforestation means planting trees in that area where trees are not there. In a barren land, when you plant trees, that is known as afforestation. Now, reforestation means planting trees in that area in which before and there was a forest. Yes or no? There was a forest, but it was cut down, for so many purposes, and then again people realized and then started planting trees. That is known as what? Reforestation. So people, you can see here, they are planting trees. Okay, as you know very well, if we every day hectares of a big piece of a huge area of forest is being cut every day. Okay, and because of that so many species are extinct, become extinct every day, and then they become vulnerable, or the number becomes reduced. Okay, so the European Union, okay, they have a target that they want to reduce the deforestation area by 2020 up to 50%. Okay, up to 50%. They want to reduce the deforestation and complete stopping of deforestation. Okay, by 2030. By 2030, they want to stop deforestation. Now, if we stop deforestation, then how can we sustain our life? Then again, no, there are other methods of controlling or handling forest, or whereby we can have is we can grow forest according to our need. Okay, so we have is called as energy plantation. Now, what is energy plantation? Okay, now energy plantation means planting trees. Okay, but not only for the scenario, not only for photosynthesis, not only for oxygen, but planting trees for energy. For what? Energy. And now energy means those trees which gives us fuel. Okay, now here we need to focus. We are not planting those trees which are we are not planting trees based upon agriculture. Agriculture is totally different. Trees which gives us fuel means certain species of plant, like for example jatropha is a plant which gives us biofuel. Okay, jatropha. So likewise there are other plants also which are known as petro plants. You can use the word petro plants. Okay, from the plants we can use, okay, the products as petroleum or a fuel. Okay, now energy plants which gives us a wood also is a fuel, or which gives us petrochemical products, so that which can be utilized as a biofuel. Okay, and energy plantation means we grow these plants, we grow these trees, okay, and then we harvest them whenever needed, and they grow fast also, or we grow them scientifically so that the forest cover is also maintained, as well as the energy supply. That means the plant, that means the resource in terms of fuel is also given back to the human beings. Okay, so this way development can be sustained, sustainable development can be achieved. Okay, so one of the best significance, it is eco-friendly. Yes or no? Fine. And then number two, it increases the forest product. It increases the forest land, because we have is only 30% of the total area of the world is under forest. And if you see of India, long time back, India had only 19% as forest cover. Okay, but now since the government of India has launched various acts, strict acts, okay, and forest policies are also there, it has increased up to 21%. So it's good. Yes or no? Okay. Now, another way of combating deforestation is because upon forest we are dependent upon so many different ways. Yes or no? Upon forest we don't only depend upon fuel or timber. We go to forest, and 10 to 60% of the products from the forest are non timber forest. For example, here I have shown so many seeds are there, resins are also there. Okay, as like mushrooms, this is morel mushrooms are there, bees are there, yes or no, medicines are there, gums are there, grasses, resins, nuts, leaves are there. So apart from the timber, from the forest we receive so many things. We go and we take so many things from the forest, and our livelihood is dependent upon forest and its forest products. Okay, so if we if we focus upon these also, and if we plant such type of trees also, or if we promote them, then also we can combat is deforestation. Fine. Or we can plant such trees, or we can plant such categories of forests also. Another very important thing that we need to remember is alternative livelihood. Okay, now what do you mean by alternative livelihood? Since here, okay, there is a huge change in the consumption pattern, the way we consume. Long time back, if you have if we ask to our parents, then our parents will say that yes, long time back, with this number of rupees, like suppose 10 rupees or 20 rupees, the whole ration of their house used to come. But now it takes near about 10,000 rupees for a normal house, or a 5,000 or 10,000 rupees. Why? Our needs have changed. Yes or no? There is a change in the consumption pattern. Definitely. Let me go to the next slide first. Okay, there has been a change in the consumption pattern. Okay, our life has become more sedentary, isn't it? And then if you compare the lifestyle of an urban area people, and then the lifestyle of a rural area people, definitely the urban area people, they have is more luxurious lifestyle. They have is a variant in food choices. Okay, varieties of food is eaten, varieties of clothes are okay. And then like say your groceries, vegetables, milk, okay, beverages, confectionaries, okay, like we have his birthdays, we have his birthday parties, we have his kitty parties, we have his other parties are there. So the amount of items, the amount of groceries, amount of food consumption is huge. You see, okay, a person is taking television, going for shopping. Yes or no? An individual person will have varieties of an array of choices, array of inputs upon that person. So because of that, also there is a change in the consumption pattern. Human beings now, they have become a huge consumer, and then the producer is less. The agricultural sector is very few, and on top of that also, since there is no scientific technology being involved, or very less involved, productivity has gone down. Okay, so that is why we need to change our livelihood. That means the livelihood should be alternative. That means if you see here, let me show you. Yeah, yeah. Okay, now you can see here is alternative livelihood. We must develop an alternative source or alternative livelihood, whereby say suppose you can see here a person with many beehives, so that means he is keeping bee. Yes or no? Or these women are doing cottage industry, they are packing pickles. Or you can see mushroom farming. So these all are the alternative livelihoods which also will help to promote. okay, or to sustain our life in the best possible ways, instead of only depending upon forest and on the forest product. How about apiculture? How about mushroom culture? Or how about cottage industries? How about bamboo crafts? How about poultry farming, or fisheries? So there are alternative methods with which we can sustain our life. Okay, so this way, instead of totally depending upon forest and putting pressure upon forest, if we follow these rules, or if we have an alternative livelihood, if we consume less, yes or no, that means if we lower down the rate of consumption, the amount of or if you have is a very what do you call is less demanding, in fact, what we can say is, isn't it? For example, we go to a restaurant and then we have this, so many different dishes we eat, and then we eat maybe only 60 to 70% of the dish, and then the rest of the dish is thrown out. Why? Because we think that if you want to show your what do you call the status, leaving some of the food is a part of your status instead of having all the food. So people, they have a wrong notion also. Okay, so that way we are depleting our resources. So if we change our livelihood or the way we live, okay, and then the consumption pattern, definitely it will put less pressure upon the forest. That also will be one way of combating deforestation. So dear students, today I tried a new way, okay, of teaching you with the help of a projector and by making a slide, okay, in the PowerPoint. It was uh, quite difficult, okay, because it took near about 1.5 uh, hours for me to set up all this, but then also it was quite interesting for me. It's a new try. I hope you all will go through this video and then we'll learn something from this. So thank you very much.